Hello, constant listeners. I am going to attempt to get the dash out of the car today. It is January 1st. It is 50-something degrees outside. I am only wearing a hoodie, and the sun's still out, and it's too nice a day to waste inside. So I'm going to start getting the dash out so I can retrofit it and get my gauges replaced and make it all neat and tidy and clean all of this up. So the Amazon Fire dash mount thing has been actually really good. It hasn't budged once. All these other things. It's almost a shame to be pulling it out, but yeah, it's served its purpose for now, and we'll get all this wiring out of the way. So I think my first steps are to get the knobs out and loose. So I have my charger up here, and I got my fuel pump here. Because of the anomaly of the 1966 Lemans A-body fuse panel, 65, I could run this off the main panel. 67, I can run this off the main panel. In 1966, they did a little experiment. They decided it was not a good experiment, and they promptly went back to the 1965, 1967 style. So that's out. That I don't have to worry about because there's nothing hooked up on the other side. I got to get this off. I think my headlights. I may have to go crack open the manual and figure out how to get those two off. I think this guy, I don't know. I know this guy, the bezel unscrews and comes out. And I'm not sure about these two. I've never actually gotten around because those switches actually work. And then after that, there's no screws left in the top, so this entire pad is loose anyways. And then I got a couple of screws in the bottom, and I've already disconnected all my connections from this from the AC panel from a previous operation. So at that point, it should just kind of lift out, and hopefully that's it. So let me go get my channel lock so I can get that that nut started, and I may go grab my 66 chassis manual to quickly look up the how to get those knobs off. So I shall return. Alright, I just got this out a couple months ago when I wired up the LS. So there we go. That should turn freely. Sorry, little camera. And he cross threads it like a pro. Never found a bolt I couldn't cross thread. Alright, now we'll try to do the washer first. Look up my rusty trusty manual here. Windshield, washer, wiper, 2-speed, 12-30, right at the end here. I think this is wiring. Switch. Well, there's the switch. try dash. Under D for dash. K for knob. No. H-I-J. H. No. Drill sizes. That's interesting. I don't know why I would need that. Emissions control systems for 1966. Electrical, engine electrical, engine mechanical, exhaust. No. It's just the chassis manual. Yeah, the chassis manual. A little more in the engine would be nice. Instruments. Maybe 12-24. There's the wiring in the back. What's this? Wiper switch. Okay. What are you telling me about wiper switch? I think the headlight switch, you got to pull it all the way out and press a lever in there or something. Might be crawling into the dash for that. Yeah, this is exciting stuff. Alright. I don't know. Put some pliers on it, see if it turns. Turned a little. So, the general plan, I thought about getting a wood grain kit for this, but I kind of like the simplicity of the black and chrome all over for this car. Plus, everyone's got a wood kit. Doesn't mean anything. Is there a screw or something on this? No. I have a couple spares of this guy inside. This might be a YouTube moment to go look up how to get that out. Joy of this dash unit I'm putting in, I get to eliminate almost all these gauges. I think I'm going to keep the one temperature because it's different than the one that goes into the ECU, so I'll get two temperature readings out of the car. I can't pull that. Oh, I can. There's one screw up in the top corner there, pointing that way, that I've never been able to get out. Now that the ECU and all the fuses are in the glove box, I don't know if I really want to get in there. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do with this? Do I really want to crawl into the gap? Sorry, little camera. Number 2. What was that, 1224? Tech instructions. Should have sent that to the guy who bought it from me. Oh well. Can't figure out the internet. Shouldn't be doing this anyways. Alright. So that plug goes there. There is the external plug on the side for that. and what plugs into the wiper switch. Because if I could just pull the plugs, I can leave the actual switches in place. That might be the wiser way to go. Huh. There is no... They got nothing for the wiper switch on the back side of that. Oh, what's this? Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, that's what I need. Okay. Ignition switch, bezel, lock assembly, knob assembly, bushing, bezel, into the headlamp switch. Alright, how do you get that out? Pull cluster and bezel out from instrument panel to open to gain access to wiring and other connections. Starting at top, remove bulbs, wiring, and other connections as necessary. Remove screws retaining cluster to bezel and remove cluster. Alright, well that's what I'm getting to. But it's not as simple as that. Instruments, temperature indicating light, oil pressure light, generator indicating light. Yeah, I got to figure out how I'm going to. Right now, I have oil pressure and temperature idiot lights going on when the fans kick in, one for each one, because the fans, modern fans, are using a ground switch, and these guys were using a positive switch. But so I still need to get positive switch 12 to the fans. And I was out of options. I had nothing. I didn't want to run new. And I realized I had everything coiled up in the old harness inside the fender well, so I went out and I tested and found the oil and the temperature, ran those back up to the fans. Now they're providing the switch 12 volt, so when the ground by the ECU is closed, it completes the circuit and these lights light up individually for one for each fan, which is kind of cool that I know which fan is running and when. It's not particularly useful because if it's not overheating, the fans are probably running, but still, it's a neat little reuse of it. So the new gauges don't have that, so I might reuse that and get a couple more little LED lights like this, poke a little hole in, and that way I can just, you know, maybe up here and here, or maybe reuse the high beam, something like that. And that way I will still have that capability. Okay, so I think I'm going to start pulling the screws out and start getting the dash pad out of the way, sort of. Not that you can truly, not that that's particularly hard, except for that one screw in that top corner that I've never been able to get back in. Alright, so that'll sit on the wheel. I don't think, I may have one screw in the top here. That's pretty good for me, getting at least one of them back in. I always say when you're done and you got extra parts, it's a more efficient build. Oh, and lost that screw. Okay. Top is loose. I think they want me to drop the steering column, which not thrilled about, but what are you gonna do? Two more on this side. My fuel gauge is going to go back up into the car, so I put all my old mechanical gauges up on the chopping block, get the PayPal account re-padded a little bit. That'd be nice. Money coming in rather than going out for a change. This was a very expensive summer with what I put into the car. Now I fought with this back in the summer when I had some other grand plans of doing something, and none of that worked out. Got that one screw. All right. Somewhere in here there's a bracket that holds this stupid thing together. There. 1, 2. They feel fairly clear. I took a guess that it was a 1/2 inch. There's also an L bracket deep inside there. And nope, 9/16. Right back. Oh, it'd be so nice to get all this wiring in here cleaned up. There was a major hack job before I got the car. I cleaned it up a bit. And then I added some hackiness of my own. Initially it was much tidier, but then as other problems cropped up and I needed quick fixes on the fly, so it's good to every now and then take a step back, go in, clean up your shit. Can I get the socket on the bolt with the angle I got? That's the bolt. I don't think I can. I think I gotta go get... maybe. Putting this dash unit in is a bit of a step in the wrong direction, but I got such a good deal on it. Figured I was good this year. I deserve something. Not that the car wasn't my thing to begin with, but okay. Okay. Steering column's gonna flex now. That's nice. Okay, I think there's that L bracket I gotta get under there and check out. So let's see what I can do about that without killing myself. I remember this thing being a pain in the ass back in the summer when I found it. But see what we can find. Okay, that's good. Where is that L bracket that I had to find last time? Is it over here? Is that it? That's where the speaker bolts in. Yeah, that's probably not the best place to put that. Yep, don't do this with an open mouth, kids. Did ladder work for years, spotting people on ladders. You learn quickly when you look up, you naturally open your mouth. When people are in ladders, they're cleaning their boots on the rungs, so you eat a lot of whatever's off the bottom of someone else's boots. A little fact there. Okay. So, what's not moving with this? This side is ready to go. Wow, you got a big motion there. What's keeping it together now? Alright, let's crawl out and see if we can wiggle it out some more. Do some contortions. Car guy yoga here. Well, that side of the dash is ready to come. I wish I could get that last screw out of the corner. This is so much easier without wrecking the pad. Which I'm going to do, because it's into the metal of the pad. Alright, or just tear it right out of the dash. Oh, there's a speed nut in there. Why there? I got no clips left on this side. First time I've seen under here. 2416X. Original factory markings. Well, that was stupid of me. I have to cut that out before I put it back in. Oh well, that's what happens when you get impatient. And you saw me do it, and you saw me wanting to do it, so I did it. Aha! Found that plate. Aha! Ah, I found it. Okay. There's one bolt left. Right there. Guessing at a 7/16. You'll see that? It's that stupid bolt right there. Alright. So I'm gonna get deep socket extension. Yeah, it looks like a 7/16. Alright, time to do the limbo. I would just like to point out for anyone saying, yeah, I told you so. No one's told me before. The factory instructions don't even mention this stupid little bolt in here. The horn still works. Ugh. Yep, 3/8. Glad I grabbed it. Okay, and now, ta-da, pops right over. All right. Not frustrated. I'm having fun. Car ownership is great. Definitely the steering column that's in the way. Okay. Yeah, one less honk, eh? Okay. Dash is out.